Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of SaaS Growth Academy. Our guest today is Austin Lewis, the CEO and CFO at two incredible SaaS companies. Austin has managed to get those companies to incredible 25 million ARR. So one of the companies is Paid, the all-in-one solution for e-commerce shipping and payment needs, and another one is ShipTime, software that simplifies shipping for business. Welcome, Austin. We are excited to have you, and we look forward to learning from your growth journey.
Thanks for having me, Olga.
So, in one sentence, what do your products do?
In one sentence, our products simplify the complexities of running an online business for small and medium-sized business owners.
Uh-huh. Okay. And can you tell us more about how you got this idea, for launching this SaaS business? Maybe tell us more about your background. How did you come up with this idea?
Sure. So my background's more on the financial side, but I got involved with Paid quite some time ago as an investor, and then came in as the CEO in 2012. And what we noticed right away was that the company had several challenges through our customer service team in terms of fielding different calls from clients that were on numerous different pieces of software and were really struggling to get those softwares to work well with each other. Lots of times, different pieces of software would have updates, and those would kind of throw off the entire software stack that a small business had kind of put together in order to run their business. And a lot of times couldn't exactly pinpoint where the issue was. Some small businesses have internal IT, folks, and some outsource that role, and some just decide that they're going to do it on their own. And so, we were experiencing a tremendous amount of inbound calls from people that were constantly struggling with their platforms that they had put together. And so we thought that, wouldn't it be great if, everything would work together seamlessly, and if for whatever reason someone had a problem with that, they could make a phone call and get an immediate response with someone who was knowledgeable about the underlying product and could direct a very quick fix to get that small business back up and running again in a digital world where, that's absolutely necessary or you're losing revenue.
So basically, that request was the validation, for your SaaS idea, even before you committed to development, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. So what has been the best performing marketing channel for you?
So we have some very strong and long-lasting partnerships in Canada with CFIB, which is Canadian Federation of Independent Business, and they've been a 10-year plus partner for us, and we have worked closely with them and their members to provide value to everyone in Canada along those lines. Another one has been we've been partnered with Costco in Canada as well, north of 10 years, and we've been providing Costco members similar benefits as well through the ShipTime platform.
Wow, so that is interesting. It's not paid, it's not SEO, something that you'd be kind of like thinking as traditional marketing channels. It's actually partnerships in your case.
That is correct.
This is super interesting. So when you got from 0 to 10 clients, who were those first 10 clients and how did you find them?
So our first clients were really people that essentially were struggling with figuring out how to handle shipping online, and some of them would reach out through existing relationships and past relationships, as well as some we would find people online looking for solutions to specific shipping problems that they may be experiencing, whether that be comparing rates amongst different carriers, or whether that may be shipping something internationally, or if it had to do with something that was oddly shaped and someone was quoting them a very obscene price, and they thought there must be a better way to accomplish the shipping at a fair and reasonable price based on what they were looking to ship.
Mm-hmm. So you have now an incredible number of clients, which is north of 90K clients, 90K small businesses. Congratulations on that. That's some great success. What would you say was like the biggest challenge in getting this SaaS clients on board?
I would say the largest challenge really is kind of establishing a trustful relationship with the customer. Certainly,
Hmm.
they're looking to, they have a problem they're looking to solve, and they're looking for a partner to work strategically with them to help them do that. I think, making it easy for them to kind of sign up and test out a shipment with us without them signing up for any sort of long period of time, or some high price associated with that, has been very helpful in terms of allowing them to try us really at no cost whatsoever to them. And if they enjoy the experience, then they're able to continue doing so very easily and seamlessly, the same way that they did when they started.
Hmm. Would you say you have pivoted, the idea throughout your journey? Because, you mentioned that two of your SaaS products, have been started, long time ago, I would say. So you've probably had a lot of room for experiments and tests. So let me know if there was a lot of pivot on the way.
Yeah, I think with any small business, there's always pivots. There's always things that you learn along your journey, and you just have to be prepared for those things to happen, and just kind of assess those things, and adjust as necessary.
No, of course. What would you say? What is your churn? If you can share that with us, and how do you usually fight it?
Great question. So the churn can be significant in an area where a lot of people are competing solely on price.
Yeah.
So essentially, where we provide heavily discounted, shipping rates to benefit small businesses, there are opportunities to look across the internet, and try to find a price that could be better in one instance versus the other. That was really part of the rationale behind building the paid e-commerce platform, which would be to allow small businesses to put their entire business on top of the paid platform, which is their domain name, their website, their shopping cart, their payment engine, their shipping engine, their tax engine, and their accounting platform, so that all of those things could seamlessly communicate with each other. And for whatever, if anyone is in a situation where they might be able to get a better price than what we're offering, we also welcome them to bring those prices to our platform. So we're hopefully not in a situation ever where our customer is not able to take advantage of a better price that they were able to gain themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's smart. And how would you say, what made your SaaS a success, like overall, looking back at all of these years?
I think for the most part, it's just listening to our customer base and understanding where they're having problems, and what their pain points are, and trying to come up with solutions that address those. Um, in general,
Uh-huh.
that's been our.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So what if you were to start things all over again? Is there something you would have done differently?
Wow, that's a great question. I think, yeah, I think there's a various different decisions that you make along the way, whether they're technical or personnel or otherwise. That just you don't have a crystal ball when you're going in,
Mhm.
and certain whether you call them mistakes or learning experiences will
Mhm.
happen, and I think we've just got to be persistent in our focus on helping small businesses. And while we're able to do that, ultimately, we will find our way, and correct any technological errors or personnel errors or challenges with situations we find ourselves in, and just keep persevering on that
Mhm.
vision of helping small businesses.
But were there any particular mistakes, maybe, that you've made that you can think of? I mean, of course, everybody makes a mistake, but if there's one thing that you would go back and think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that.
Um, That's a good question. Yeah, I'm sure there are. There's nothing coming to mind immediately, but
Uh-huh.
I do think there are definitely scenarios where we have either been evaluating a technology partner or opportunity,
Mhm.
and we clearly made the wrong decision for whatever reason. The beauty of having a platform approach is that if that does happen from time to time, we're generally in a position to acknowledge that and to come up with a solution to recover from that. But we've been very fortunate in terms of uh, our team and our customer base, where we generally haven't had anything that has happened that has been kind of life threatening, if you will.
Hmm. Austin, a lot of SaaS founders are listening to us, and I just want to ask you, which advice would you give to a SaaS founder, starting their SaaS today?
I guess I would just say, really focus on what the opportunity is and what needs to go into solving for your value proposition, and making sure that you're properly funded, and that you're able to manage the cash cycle of the business, essentially, which is either what's coming in versus what's going out. I think
Yeah.
a lot of founders and entrepreneurs are generally optimistic people, and that's a great quality to have. But sometimes you can kind of overestimate your situation, or assume that certain things the outcome is gonna be rosier than you had imagined, and you need to kind of be prepared to, grow at a slower pace. And sometimes you've got to be prepared to say no to a specific customer opportunity, which may technically grow your revenue but not necessarily your bottom line, and that could
Hmm.
ultimately be very challenging for your balance sheet.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Austin. Thanks again for your incredible insights. They've been super valuable, and we really hope that our fellow SaaS founders will find it inspiring as well. And to you, listening to this now, guys, don't forget to stay tuned for more empowering interviews with SaaS Growth Academy guests. So until next time, and keep dreaming big.